Mickey laid there wondering about what mattered most: his health and safety, what to eat and drink, how to be happy again. He promised himself that nothing he pursued would have anything to do with money anymore. Why should it? Mickey thought. Money never truly exists anyways, not according to the scroll. Because like the scroll says, money's nothing more than a cursed illusion, cursed for the followers of a shammed religion of wanton need, a wanton need religion which only exists with eternal unquenchable desire, a want and need religion which serves to endlessly enslave others into serving some hidden agenda for its elite purpose of control and power. What to believe about it, what not to. All about their religion of shameful economics, which is merely a devious teaching of lies and mathematical shams, all to exploit the empowerment of mankind's will and heart, flesh and spirit, all for material gain which fades and leaves one empty inside, full of pickpocketed happiness and empty spaces needing to be filled time and time again. But with what? How to fill them for good, with a substance that doesn't fade. And why might they do this? Why exploit all with a medium of exchange that is cursed, and to what end? Why, oh, why does money have to be cursed with spirits of greed, envy, and jealousy instead of love, kindness, and charity? Mickey turned to the scroll for answers. Clues had to be buried somewhere inside those words and lines. And so he read, "When the seas rise and the sun no longer shines, and every second of time that they'd wasted working for something that never existed, working for illusions we controlled, then they will relive the uncovering of the blindfold and see what was there before them the entire time. A world that was there, a world that was theirs, a world without title to land, a world without title to labor and dishonored by wage. It is a world that they'd betrayed through greed, trust in material thin things. The currency is the start of it all, the root of the medium which buries itself in the soils of each human soul. That is why we depend upon our currency exchange, the way we orchestrate the supply of it, the demand for it. And what will need to come shortly after the invasion is this: a new currency that supplicates the exchanges of labor throughout every nation, a singular currency which exploits those labors, a digital currency which will be accepted under the intended guise of the crisis, born from a well-designed great financial train wreck that we shall have built and derailed for this final purpose, which leads into the next phase of the invasion. A new currency will be mandated for all global citizens, mandated through a new electronic exchange system, through our discovery and perfection of biometrics, through our scanning of electronic chips embedded flesh, tattoos which hold electronic circuits, such means of imprints yet to be known and unknown, all means used. This technology must be mandated at just the right time, primarily when it will be most acceptable by the masses and capabilities of our technology, and also at the most opportune time for death sentence enforcement. For whosoever does not receive the verifiable imprint grant access to the money robot exchange will be left out and starved, dehydrated and hunted down, reported by neighbors and rounded up by the enforcers for termination. All hail the money robots, all hail the money religion, all hail the corporation, or else face permanent erasure, removal, eradication, death penalty. This must come after the invasion begins. It must. Once we seize all assets and lock them down, there will be no other choice for each citizen but to agree to our terms in order to be relicensed into society. Our imprint verification will grant access to commerce, and only through our system will one be able to barter one's own labor of psychological and physical dedication to the money machine. One must swear allegiance of one's spirit to our spirit which governs the system. When the final crisis resolves, and in that instant of final resolving decree, all cash will be worthless. Old bills worthless unless turned in, and they will only then be swapped out for the new electronic digits they will be credited with. We care not how anyone feels about their working lives, and we don't care about how they are to sacrifice or at what spiritual expense their suffering comes. We care not if husband and wife are brought to battle and both end up permanently slaughtered because of our money robot religion, our money religion. All praise the money religion, all hail the corporation. We care not if brother and sister, father and mother are all torn against each other over the money religion, for they were programmed to fight over money, and so they will follow programming. We expect this to be a result of our money religion. We shall see it as a good result, a result of their loyalty. So let he or she who does fight and squabble over our offering be praised for loyalty and obedience. For it is also expected that he or she who does not squabble, no matter how rare they are, to be labeled in their heresies as outsiders, non-believers. We will label them as dropouts, enemies of the state, rebels of politics, rebels of the nations, rebels of the utopia. With the biometric restrictions, they will easily be forced out. And it will be most pleasantly easy to enforce their alienation and isolation. Indeed, yes. And once and for all they will stave or be rounded up and be put to death. Even despite their mantras, they shall not overcome. Instead, they will perish, fail, and cease to exist in the machine. The machine does not want them. There is only one religion, and it is ours, money, and that is it. Beware the heretics, the ones who preach against our religion, money. We care not if nation and nation fight, for they must, in order for us to capture each mind with the word virus of our agenda. War will become a necessity for the followers. They will embrace and support it, to overthrow the rebels, to all threats against utter control, utter dominion, domination, abomination and desolation for all who oppose, even allies who are to be confused for enemies. Confused in order to justify a causal pursuit of liberty and justice for all, growth and prosperity, building for all, the utopia of the money religion. And then there will come a time in the invasion that no future be seen unless there is to be war. It must be this way, and it is our duty to make sure they see it this way, our way, no other choice. And so our preparations are being made and have been. This course of conscious redirection will precipitate what we plan next, which is phase 2.
The war will erupt swift and quick on every continent, with neighbour rising again at neighbour. Our machinery in the west and east will do battle. Our machinery in the north and south will war against each other too. And then late in the crisis, prices will inflate overnight until it becomes hour to hour and minute to minute. Great inflation. A labour hour just worked will be worthless by the time an hour arrives for it to be spent. The next laborious hour to be worked as well, and the next until we seize full and complete obedience. For no measurement of time will balance the cost of buying what one needs most, and no measurement of the currency will be worth anything more than it was or will be. And this shall last for a time that we see fit, until each is willingly able to devout their disagreements to surrender. And then when the time is optimal, the hyperinflation shall continue until all peoples surrender to the resolution, the final end to their pain, the pain of which we have always been engineering over many millennium, all to finalize the invasion and secure control of all in spirit, soul, physique, and labor. Long live the money robots. Long live the money religion. All hail the corporation. All hail the money religion.
Mickey put the scroll away. It was all too darn depressing to read and realize, to reckon and reject. Well, to reject couldn't be possible anymore. No. The reality was unfolding all around him now, and he saw it. When he looked out the window, he saw the city on fire, and he heard all the screams returning to the air, and he felt all the danger creep back into the air. Yes, all of the danger of that wretched red air still worming about like a living snake still devouring the entire world.
He thought, how the hell are we going to escape this reality? How the hell are we supposed to live in a world like this, controlled by them? How, damn it, how? Damn it, he thought. How the hell are we going to escape this reality? How the hell are we supposed to live in a world like this, controlled by them? How damn it, how damn it? How the hell are we going to escape this reality? How the hell are we supposed to live in a world like this, controlled by them? How damn it? How? How the hell are we going to escape this reality? How the hell are we supposed to live in a world like this, controlled by them? How? How the hell are we going to escape this reality? How the hell are we supposed to live in a world like this, controlled by them? How the hell are we supposed to live in a world like this, controlled by them? How damn it?